It's a full-fledged war against us. Our electronic devices spy on us. Light bulbs even. Flicker rates can alter your state of consciousness. Vaccines, questionable if they're good for you at all. They're definitely bad for you though, or at least a vector to potentially be bad for you, especially if they force you to have them. Steve Jobs didn't let his kids play with iPads. That should be a hint there. There's a lot of data showing now that genetically modified foods could be potentially dangerous and change genetic material over time of consuming them. At least it does in animals. And even worse than that is the horrendous diet that most people in America have. I mean, if you ever eat McDonald's, ugh, I mean, if mold won't eat it, I don't want to eat it. You know that the cheese that they use in most restaurants, what they call American cheese, it's made the same exact process that plastics are made out of. It is a plastic. It's just made out of a oil from a vegetable usually rather than oil from the ground. It's run into a chamber at high pressures, high temperatures, catalyzed with nickel or something, along those lines, usually nickel, and turned into a plastic that you eat. It's not good for you at all. The medications that we're taking, or either if they're not bad for you themselves, the fact that we're on so many different medications that it's impossible to predict the interactions. A huge percentage of the problems with health in our country are not that we just treat the symptoms, we don't treat the problems. Diabetes, at least some kinds of people are born with or have a damaged pancreas for some reason, but largely it's due to eating, adult onset diabetes, and it can be cured by diet and exercise. But that's too hard. There's a lot of evidence that shows at least sometimes Alzheimer's is caused by long-term use of statin drugs. Statin drugs block cholesterol absorption, and a lot of the weight of the brain is formed from cholesterol basically, and it kind of like your teeth are cannibalized if you have calcium deficiencies. Your brain can be cannibalized if you have cholesterol deficiencies. And anybody that's seen a Alzheimer's brain tells that there's the brain kind of shrivels up and it loses mass. And I've heard that some doctors put people on a 8 or 10 egg diet a day diet, and they end up getting better if it's caught early enough. I mean, I'm not saying every case of it is caused by diet, but large parts of it. We've been dumbed down. We don't think as well when we're sluggish, and we've also been told by society that it's okay to be fat, and it's okay to be lazy. And I mean, I've struggled with my weight. I'm not saying that I'm perfect by any means, but you should strive. It's not okay to be obese and just be okay with eating McDonald's, and we've put an artificial burden on society to pay for the health burdens from that. We set bad examples for our kids, and we don't make very good decisions when we're like that. Also, we've gotten into this politically correct movement where, we can't call anybody on their bullshit. I mean, not every kid is going to be a doctor. It's not okay to fail. It's not okay to be violent. It's not okay to do a lot of things. And these kids nowadays, they're fighting to. It's not fair to be expelled from school because I'm a violent kid, but they're profiling against me because I'm black. No, it doesn't matter what color you are. You're violent, and you're not going to be in school with my kids. And it's not okay to say that it's okay. People just need to stand up for what they believe in a little bit more, and don't let this liberalism, what they call liberalism, which is really fascism, take over your minds, because real liberalism is tolerance to an extent as far as when it comes in and it conforms to our society. It's not just this everybody caters to the 0.0001% of the population. I mean, I don't really care if you want to go have a procedure where your penis and testicles are removed and turned into a facsimile of a vagina, but that doesn't mean that I want you in the changing room before that's happened with my wife or my little kids while you still have a penis. I mean, just because you dress like a girl doesn't mean that you can be in the women's restroom. And I'm sorry if that offends somebody, but it's not okay.